Hello.
Hello. How's it going, Walmart?
Going pretty good. Excited for another match.
Sorry.
Yep.
Today we have Unitori versus Seth, but we also have another match going on. It is Miku
Aimbot versus non-marine chat. Both of them are pretty good players, but I feel like this one's going to be a bit closer than C2 versus Seeds like 63, right? So
Most
I think
likely.
they're prioritizing that. But yeah. Here we can see Seth seeding C38, which is pretty respectable, especially in this tournament, since a lot of the really high seeds are just super insane players. And then if we can move on to Unitori, we'll see that they're seed 27, so Unitori is the higher seed in here, but not by much. And really those minor differences are gonna probably show here. I think Unitori fared a bit better on the later game stages for qualifiers, so maybe doing a bit worse against Seth, who did a bit better on stage 1.
But now we are heading to warm-ups. This is
I
pretty...
believe, Unitori's warm-up.
Yeah, this is not looking too shabby for both players. Both players, even though this is just warm-ups, they're still showing pretty respectable scores.
Yeah, Unitori having a slight act advantage, but I think actually this is quite on par with what the pool has. Something more online in some of the more like release-based maps, like I know Disco Kawaii or something like that, are very similar to this. So maybe it's something that Unitori is going to want to be picking.
Seth did drop earlier. If there's one thing that's going to separate these players apart, it's most likely the density and how their accuracy will affect that.
Yeah, definitely. I think these early stages are very just based off of their accuracy, so really being able to like hit quite accurately and have really good ratio is going to be really key here.
Once we get into later rounds, you'll be seeing that accuracy isn't really going to be the top prospect. It's going to be more on seeing how well you can handle these long notes. But
yeah,
for now, Unitori almost reaching that 99.9 mark. That's actually quite impressive, because this is the stuff you would see in round of 64. This would be a good map for round of 64.
Yeah, but this density section really faring well for them. Actually, I think going up in accuracy. Struggling a slight bit, just having one hiccup, but I think their accuracy overall was going up there.
As just like that, the map is slowly coming to an end. I believe just that one miss is what kept Seth behind.
Yep. But still really good score for Unitori here. 99.4 or 994 on V2. Ooh, scary.
The 2 miss from Seth, 150 and 5 200s, not too bad. As we'll be heading, I believe, if we did not skip Seth's warm-up, we will be seeing their warm-up if they have one.
Yep. Oh, they're skipping. Or, yeah, they're skipping the warm-up, so I guess we'll be going straight to rolls here.
Let's see, will we, who's going to be picking, protecting and banning, first? And, oh, it's Unitori wins the roll.
Ooh. I would assume banning first. Oh, I forgot Unitori actually hasn't played the map pool yet. So this is a complete sight read for him from what I know, so it's gonna be decently hard for him to know what to ban.
Pulling a Walmart move. Let's see. Most likely, probably density or the coordination picks is what we're gonna be seeing.
Oh, Unitori rolled a 1, so they're protecting first. Protecting, banning, and picking, I believe, first. So yeah, if I was Unitori, I'd probably just go for something. Actually, I have no clue.
I would go for a map that's short and sweet that you can play very well, and so once you get that final, or once you're up 3 or whatever point your team had, or your once what your opponent has, you're on match point. You can just take out that protect and secure your win.
Yep, and Unitori opting to protect Promise, probably just a map they've played before, since it is a quite popular ranked map.
I believe that's the tech pick, I believe.
Yep.
Or the
It's our technical 2. And Seth is most likely, I think, going to be protecting something on coordination.
Desperate, yeah.
Or Desperate, yep.
Which I believe is a pretty safe protect. Now for the bans, we could maybe see like something like Clematis with the mini jacks, or Sailing Force with those release. Like those very short release stream sections.
Yeah. I think if you're protecting Promise, you kind of don't really want to play anything really technical based or like really release based. So probably something, as you were saying, something like Sailing Forces, or actually, you may want to ban Sailing Forces or like Elsa de la Bibliothèque, since both of those are pretty hard to like get really good act on.
As Unitori is looking for, most likely, I think they're aiming towards Tokyo Ghetto. Probably not wanting a very extreme long map, because that map clocks over 3 minutes. So
yeah, I think it's 3 minutes and 3 seconds exactly. So maybe just not wanting to struggle too much on their anxiety.
Yeah, not wanting to take their nerves into plan and just keep with the short maps. As Seth's ban, I don't know actually.
Oh,
and they're gonna go with
the Hoylotto or Highlotto. I don't actually know how to say it, but it's gonna be Elsa de la Bibliothèque.
And that is density 2. So we're gonna be seeing a density pick and a coordination pick gone. So that leaves a lot on the board for the players. As Unitori gets the first pick of this match.
Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like, as we can see, it's going to be a struggle for him to be picking these maps, since they don't really know.
I would suggest you just roll and then pick.
That is an option, but I feel like maybe play something that you have played. So I think Chinese Dress is a pretty well-known pick, so if he's played that, probably something like that Prayers Remain.
Yeah.
Would be that bad.
Prayer and the Fascinating Cat Eye are both ranked, so most likely if they play ranked maps, they're gonna opt China Dress for, which is density 3. So we're gonna see China Dress come out, which I believe was used in, I think this was used in Eternity, seeing the stage 3.
I know it was used in NAMP, and I don't know what Eternity was used in for Qualifier.
This reminds me of 4-digit MWC with the background, but I don't think they used it.
I can't think of any persons that used it. Somebody.
I bet you it's probably in the description.
Most likely. All right,
it was in.
Both players are ready, and we will be starting off the match right now.
I assume that is an abbreviation for something.
It was in the New Zealand tournament 2019.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand tournament. Thank you, Mint and Dynascape.
Alright, then starting off the match, Seth having a bit of an accuracy advantage. Unitori struggling a slight bit in that intro, but actually Unitori taking it back. I believe Seth is getting a bit worse ratio on these sections, but these are still pretty close.
Yeah, these releases aren't going to be helping at all, as this is also the density pick, one of the dense picks, so of course you're going to be seeing lots and lots of dense patterns that won't be holding back, but that score is flickering back and forth. These players are pretty much almost tied. Seth not having the accuracy advantage, but I believe most likely probably having the judgment advantage, probably dropping lots of 300s and keeping that 300 accuracy with him, as Unitori probably dropped 200, I'm unsure.
Yeah,
but they're not.
Unitori though is like very stable on this 99.82. Seth has been dropping a bit of ag, going from 99.8 in the early section all the way down to 99.7. So about a 1/10 of a percentage is what's dividing these two. That's still definitely comebackable for Seth if Unitori takes a miss or just flurry of 200s.
Which is
like that's happening. We'll only have a quarter of the map left.
But it is doable, as I think the ending is also quite dense, so we could see something come out of it. Yeah, here we go. The final part of the map. As that score meter is such giving a short lead to Unitori. Anything could happen. Just a 200, maybe a couple 200s could swing that lead over to Seth, but as we see it, it's most likely not going to happen, as that will settle it.
The map left.
Both 990Ks, wow. Unitori taking the first point.
That's actually decently close. Seth having 4 200s and the ratio disadvantage. But still, I think if they're able to just like take away those 200s, there's a chance for them to take quite a few of these density maps.
As we see now, it is a 1-0 game, and I believe it's Seth's turn to pick. You may recognize that name from MWC with 2 eyes for you.
Unitori saying that was the only map he played. Interesting, and Seth going for a Disco Kawaii. He's going for the more coordination pick to start off. I believe they protected the coordination too, so yeah, it makes sense why they'd want to go with this route. Yep, these maps are all in the LN category if you did not know. This is Osu-Mania LN Tournament 3. So it kind of implies that there's a few LN picks.
Yeah, I'm surprised there are no SV or Vice picks. Like, come on. Gotta step up that game. But as it is, there are just LN. This is strictly just LN.
Alright, and now going into Disco Kawaii, this intro is a bit calm, but as soon as we get into the chorus, it really just hits you with everything.
Yeah, I think it had that really tricky release pattern with that BPM change. As I believe against your match on Mint, I think that's what gave Mint the point.
Yeah, some of the releases right before the inverse section is very, very tricky to time properly, and it's like very easy to get a lot of 200s in one section as a result.
As Bancho's having a little issue, as Unitori having a slight lead, only having that accuracy by 0.09. Seth having quite an impressive accuracy, 99.75. Everyone just holding well, as Unitori having that slightly, but it's flickering. As this is the part I was talking about. This is what gave Mint the lead, but Seth dropped the 200. That is going to slowly lead it over.
I think they both dropped 200s, and Seth actually dropping a miss right on this trill.
Yeah, you always have to look out for that trill, because that trill just comes out of nowhere and strikes.
Yeah, unless Unitori miss, I think that should be good for them, but there's still a third of the map left, and the second third is going to be very, very difficult to act. So there's still a chance for Seth. This is basically inverse, so if Unitori is not too comfortable on it, he could definitely lose some point lead.
Yeah, and there's another drop from Seth, as this little wall here is quite difficult.
Yes, Seth's struggling quite a bit on this inverse, taking 2 misses.
I think
I think
this is
that'll
a
seal it.
40k lead. Yeah, this is definitely sealed for Unitori, as it's almost a 40k point lead, and 350s. I guess all slider breaks coming from Seth. As that ratio from both players is actually quite impressive, as that is a break point for Unitori.
Yeah, and these matches go by really, really quickly. We're already halfway through. Unitori going, hopefully wanting to make a match point.
And I believe both protects are still in the air, so if Seth wants to pull out his protect, this would be the perfect time once it's his turn to pick. This is also a good idea for Unitori to pick his protect as well, since this could be his final play until if a sweep does happen.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably one of the better times, or one of the best, if not after this pick, is going to be one of the best times to pick your protect here. But still, Unitori deciding. There's no other picks. I feel like seeing that you did pretty well on Disco Kawaii. Probably pick something like the Fascinating Cat side, or maybe go for the
Prayer.
ballsy play, playing Coordination 2 Desperate.
And we're gonna see a wild card come out. We're gonna see Prayer. I was thinking they would maybe go for something like Clematis or Sailing Force.
Yeah, that also could work. Prayer, I feel like, is one of the more, it's one of the picks that we really haven't seen a lot of in this match. Just there being 2 maps. The 2 maps that we have played have been quite different, actually. It looks like both players are ready. We can start off the MP start.
MP start is being thrown in here as we are ready for our third map of this match.
All right.
Two quite close scores right off the bat. Let's see if we can get a third close score. And already Unitori having auto for a bit, only for like the first 50 combo, but here we go. Nice little wall to start off. And this is where it just everything just escalates.
Yeah, this map really hits you and it doesn't stop at all, so they're really gonna have to stay focused for the entirety. They've actually pretty close. It's been the closest it's been for quite a while.
Yeah, those leads are actually flicking. It's going to Seth and it's going to Unitori. Unitori almost tying their accuracy with Seth, as Seth reaches that 99.8 threshold.
Yeah, if Seth is able to keep his accuracy, there's a chance, but I believe they got either a 200 or something lower, just going down by about 0.03%.
As this might affect, yeah, this is going to affect Seth just by a little bit, as there's still quite just a slice of lead going over to Unitori, as that lead might start be growing as Seth drops down to 99.71, having a 0.1 accuracy difference. Oh, I think Seth dropped the 200 there, 99.68. But as we said, that lead is actually shrinking more than growing. That's actually something you rarely don't see when it comes to players dropping 200s. That is going to be, I think Unitori might have dropped the 200.
Yeah, but there's about an 8th left in the map, so there's not much time left for Seth to be able to come back. Unitori's really going to need a struggle in this last section, which is definitely possible, but so far it's not looking like anything is going to come out of it. And with only a sliver of the map left, Unitori will most likely be taking this.
And Unitori will be taking this to a match point. Look at that is so close.
God. 992 is really, really good for this map, actually.
Only separated by 3k.
All right,
As
it is
now,
Seth's pick. Do or die for him.
yeah, this is do or die for Seth. It's either going to be his protect or something else. And we're going to see Desperate come out, which was, I believe, was his protect.
Yes, it was.
I know someone protected Desperate, and it's And this is do or die for Seth. The doors are closing, and it's going to take an effort.
All right. This match has been really, really quick. Just these players
Yeah.
have both been basically readying up instantly and choosing maps as soon as possible. And
It hasn't even been half an hour.
It hasn't. All of these matches, thinking about it, have been really, really quick. I feel like most of them are under half an hour, which is
Probably because
kinda
of
nice.
you only needing to win four maps in order to advance.
Yep. We will be going on to Desperate right now.
Already finding a little bit 300s at the beginning. That's not really mattering though, since we're not even 10 seconds in.
Yep. These intros have been known to be not really what the match is going to be like. I believe Seth has been faring better on these intros compared to Unitori, but as we have been seeing, Unitori just having a bit better accuracy overall.
Unitori, I believe their qualifier result came in clutch late game, so with this late game accuracy, it's going to have an advantage for Unitori. As long as you can keep your nerves down, I think this map plays at a fairly quite fast but also quite slow pace. So as long as you can keep your nerves and you can time properly, you shouldn't really have a struggle. As Seth is actually having the accuracy advantage against Unitori. 0.07% difference, but as soon as I say that, he drops to 200.
Oh no, and the lead, the accuracy lead just slightly goes into Unitori's favor. Those 200s not doing any justice for Seth. And Unitori's being able to stay consistent at this 99.7 while Seth is kind of just gone down from the 99.8 to the 99.6.
To reach a little break here, as this is a little timing section here, as both players have a little time to breathe as we're getting straight back into it. Seth dropping a 200, that is not going to help, as Unitori finding their accuracy climbing up to almost, as soon as I say that, they actually drop their accuracy, but not by much, as the map is slowly coming to an end. That lead is slightly going to Unitori. Oh, but the accuracy from Unitori has dropped, but there's not much map left, and that's gonna do it.
That is
Unitori,
so close. Seth had the lead for about
991K.
half the map.
And Unitori closing the door on Seth, pulling off another sweep. As this match just came and went.
Yeah, congratulations to Unitori for being able to win this match.
And the winner and Unitori will be either going up against Grill Roasted or Delia.
Ooh, that's going to be an interesting match to see. Road Rusted being a very, very good player. And I actually don't know too much about Delia, who Seth could be up against.
Here is your bracket so far, as we only have quite a long way left, but I believe there will be a match happening in roughly, I think Miku Aimbot versus Namarin is still going on. I'm unsure if that map or if that lobby has ended yet. But an hour from now, or about an hour and a half from now, you'll be seeing Mia versus Zerg, which is going to be interesting.
It'll be a very, very interesting match.
As I believe Miku Aimbot and Namarin are probably just finishing up their match. Unless something else has been happening, maybe it's not a sweep and maybe Namarin pulled the point off of Miku Aimbot.
I believe. But yeah, other than that, I think we'll be heading out.
Yeah, it was
an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'll see you roughly then. So long, everyone.